Were you afraid that day?
I was very afraid.
Are you afraid now? Going
I
forward?
am. I am afraid because I know there's people that disagree with my actions on January the 6th. But I hope they understand I did my job. And there was imminent threats and danger to the members of Congress.
In the chaotic minutes before Lieutenant Michael Byrd shot and killed rioter Ashli Babbitt, a cascade of alarming messages crackled through his police radio.
He yells for help and, officer down and screaming as they're being assaulted.
This video from inside the House chamber captures Byrd instructing members of Congress to don gas masks.
We got a disbursement of tear gas in the rotunda.
Then, instructions to prepare for the worst.
I'd ask them to remove their pins, to remove their jackets, to look like staff as much as possible, and to seek shelter by staying down below their chairs.
Soon, a horde of demonstrators stormed up the stairs to the House chamber.
There's a gun! He's got a gun! He's got a gun!
Byrd is seen taking a defensive posture with his gun drawn.
I didn't even realize I had been yelling and screaming as loud as I was. Please stop, get back, stop.
We see your arm out there for a considerable amount of time.
Yes.
Were you wavering?
I was, again, taking a tactical stance. You're ultimately hoping that your commands will be complied with, and unfortunately they were not.
What did you think this individual was doing at that moment?
She was posing a threat to the United States House of Representatives.
But an attorney for Ashli Babbitt's family disputes that. He did not respond to our request for a comment, but in a previous statement said Babbitt was not brandishing a weapon, not in close proximity to members of Congress, and was not an imminent threat of death or serious injury to anyone.
Based on your training, in that case, does it matter that the person was armed or not?
According to law, it does not. I know based on my training and my policy, what I did was appropriate.
Multiple investigations have now upheld Byrd's actions on January 6th.
Have you continued to question your actions that day?
I knew that day I followed my training, and I spent countless years preparing for such a moment. You ultimately hope that moment never occurs, but you prepare as best you can. I know that day I saved countless lives.
If Ashli Babbitt's family is watching this, is there anything you would say to them?
What I would like to say is to all the families from January the 6th that their family members receive injury or loss of life, as my heart goes out to them. I'm sorry for their loss and what they're dealing with. And I pray that they find peace and comfort.
Well, Lester, as you know, one of the chief criticisms of Lieutenant Byrd from the beginning has been there were other officers in similar situations that day who did not fire their weapons. What, if anything, did he say about that?
No, I asked him directly about that, and he says he can't judge their actions or their circumstances. He believes he did what was appropriate. Anecdotally, I've heard from officers who have talked about the proximity in some of those situations was just so close that the idea of withdrawing a weapon and using it didn't seem like an option, but he says they'll have to speak for themselves.
Why did he decide to sit down? What was his motivation?
He, the threats had been mounting. He felt that his story wasn't getting out. There was a narrative that was making its way around the internet, and he thought it was time to come out and talk. And we should point out that he is, there are several investigations that are part of a deadly use of force, and they have all cleared him of wrongdoing.
All right, Lester, thank you so much. And of course, you're going to have more on Nightly News this evening. Thanks.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.